Okay, everybody, welcome to part 3. This is one that I'm sure that a lot of people are waiting for. Overload. Now, overload here is a lot of scratch-built stuff, a lot of donor toys, a lot of... he's pretty wide, isn't he, here? He's going to get out of frame. Anyway, a lot of donor toys, a lot of watching the movie, a lot of attempts to try and make it as movie accurate as possible. A lot of detail, a lot of scratch built, like I said. As you can see, the cab section here, just the cab, down into here, sorry, under here, the actual framework is from an original Long Haul toy. And you can actually see Long Haul's chest, but that's useful in transformation. I hand-built the tandem here, and these are little Legos, and yeah, you can see the lines, and I should have done a little bit better there. I had a blast making this. The trailer especially, trying to make it as movie accurate as possible. These here, little secret, balsa wood. I needed something that was square, small, easy to work with, and I wasn't going to do metal because it would add way too much weight, so I went with balsa wood, and it soaked in the primer, soaked in the paint, and looks fine, in my opinion. The trailer was actually from a fast lane construction vehicle, and I butchered it. This was actually turned the other way. This wasn't here. Just a whole giant mess of donor vehicles. These here are actually donors from Rampage toys. I had tons of parts left over from Rampages, except for treads. Go figure. A ladder that I added from a small little fire truck that I found at a model train store. But the ladder is on the back of Overload's trailer. So rather than continuing to talk, let's go over transformation and some secrets here. One of the biggest secrets, I think, let's get the trailer off first. Actually, you just gotta, it plugs in up here, plugs in these hoses and things. It plugs in there, so you just gotta twist and pull up in order to get the clearance. So it pops off. Got a little trailer hitch right there. So we'll set that off to the side up there. Actually, get them off. No, because it's gonna get hit. Forget it. Secret here is, oh, maybe not a secret first. See, anyway. I actually took down the fence to further differentiate this guy from Long Haul. And the fence on Overload was pretty spaced out. Plus, I also shaved off the bumper, and exposed the wheel a little bit better, like in the movie. Underneath, you can't really see a whole lot what's going on because I created a skid plate so that it wasn't completely like some toys and lazy Hasbro can be sometimes. Even though I love what they've done, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the detail they put into these things, and I understand cost and all that. Disclaimer, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, head reveal. It's actually stored in Overload because that's where the red comes from, in my opinion. Maybe that's just my own excuse. I found some dead space. So these actually pop off just the same as Long Haul, and I actually, for transformation purposes, you got to bend these about 45 degrees, and you'll see why when we get there. It's a guessing game on a good portion of this. Set that off to the side. This part flips up. You can pull the head up and out, and again twist to take off the joint there. I'm not going to show you any more of the head because we'll get there in Devastator mode. Now, this is cool. I like this part. These still pop in here, pulls up. That way you can free up the wheels, and you gotta actually twist them out like this in order for it to attach correctly to my custom. So it worked out so well. You can actually see some of the framework under here from the original long haul toy. So this actually collapses down, because this is where the head was. This collapses down here, and then this will fold up, and there's a slot here, and this right here is a little bit of rubbing, obviously, and because it clicks. That's the way I designed it. It stays in place pretty well, and it works. But I gotta unclick it right now until I get it into transformation. Okay. Trailer. Trailer is actually like 9 parts put together. As you can understand, the dilemma I have when putting together something this big and being out of options on the front of the vehicle, I don't want to ruin the aesthetics too much, so I kind of have to scatter parts around if I wanted to add this guy. But this is a lot of fun in my opinion too. So these just pop off because they're magnetized, because these actually are dual sourced for Devastator's mouth. We'll get there too. I just put them together just so I know where they're at. The wheels come off. Magnets as well. Oh, I should show. Yep, they roll. Everything rolls. I did so well keeping everything rolling until I went and decided that I wanted to move Mixmaster's front wheels out. In that case, I was just like, you know what? This project's been going on entirely too long for me to care anymore about the functionality of the wheels on something that's just going to sit. I had already addressed so many details, and I gave up at that point, and I just glued them shut. So the wheels come off. Yep, you see it connects piece, paint chipping and rubbing because it's a friction point. I'm not pro at this. I'm just a beginner. Ladder folds out. It twists around on a pivot here, and this pivot actually pulls off right there, and then this piece comes off. I shaved this down in order to get it to come out. This is actually a Rampage part that clicks onto, I think it's the shovel. So this actually, this pops on there pretty secure. So that was cool. Trailer, this comes off. Yep, magnet, nice and sturdy, stays put. This actually folds out, folds in half. Yes, another hinge, screws. This is a post for later, magnet, metal post, so it clicks, stays together. Got a little fence in there just for detail and covering up gaps. The trailer. Now, yes, a lot of Lego bits, but I needed something in here in order to hold it together, secure, and also dual purpose. So the trailer hitch tandem comes off, and the trailer bed, just kind of got to work it. Splits in half. Ugh, yeah, I know, yellow, but if I wanted them to connect, I needed to connect. Yes, that's yellow too, I understand, but that's also function for later. Okay, 9 minutes for him. I don't know if I've got enough time to do Hightower, but you know what? Darn it, I'm going to start. I'm going to at least go over the functionality. Oh, and I guess I should kind of apologize if you see any dog hair laying around. I've got a golden retriever, and she is shedding like crazy right now. So let me get my stuff out of the way. Oh my, awfully tall. But yeah, I extended the crane boom in order to make it a little bit more scale friendly. And I added this bit back here. These are all functional controls, and I'll go over that as well. This actually can click down, obviously. This does turn into one of Devastator's wrecking balls, of course. comes up. You can see how it, here, I'm going to pick this up a little bit. You can see how it kind of loops in, loops around, maybe comes down here, oops, right there, works its way down. I've even got some of the ropes attached to the spools. Not that it matters. Oh, dog hair. Anyway, some ropes attached to the spools, non-functional of course, but still, just a detail. Dead stop chains for this is a lot of, this is fun. I didn't need to do this, and I probably just wasted a whole bunch of time doing it, but as you can see right here, this is kind of an ugly mess, but it works. Sorry, shaking. As you can see, this wheel here is locked in. This wheel here is locked into here, and this wheel actually, oh, I'm sorry, it's not actually locked in right now. You can look right up here, right there. There's actually a pin that I push. Yeah, there's the ropes get a little, but right there, everything is locked. Okay, but when I go to unlock it, so push here, push this in, and then pull this out. Now I've got control. Now obviously there's some friction here and stuff like that, but yes, I've got control of the boom height, and you know what, to show this a little easier, little pipe set that I made in order to weigh it down a little bit. But you can actually watch as, see, you can see it moving. Crane actually works. So that's a fun little detail. Yes, I got to crank it 100 times in order to get it up there, but it functions, it works. Now when I go to do Devastator, that actually works in my favor, because then all these ropes then all collapse down when I take this middle section out of the crane. Yes, this yellow is different, but that, like I said earlier, I incorporated the yellows together. If you can see, this yellow right here is a little different than this, and it kind of works its way and blends its way into this yellow. You got the cat yellow and the Cabelco yellow. Okay, I don't have a whole lot of time to really screw with doing the ropes on the videos, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to actually show you the real quick part of it. I'm going to leave the ropes be for now. Take that off. This disconnects off of here for later. This part right here lifts off, and then it also just gotta slowly work it. Lifts off and clicks off there. So then this actually will come down and pop right in there. So you'll see when I get there. Then this just comes apart and it will go on the sides here. And then obviously simple stuff, but these normal Devastator stuff, I got cables stored here. So this pulls out, got cables. This pulls out here, more cables. This goes forward, and this is where crumble zone will pop right in. Then these are connectors for the wrecking balls. So even the connectors, I kept the connectors with the vehicle they came with, where the wrecking balls come from. So here are the connectors for the wrecking balls. It's a giant mess right now, but when we transform it, you'll see it better. Okay? So going on to the next video, we'll see you there.